everybody, it's Becky. Today is Sunday, July 12th, and I am your Sunday girl, and I'm going to talk about this week's topic, which is how do you deal with vacations, holidays, and special occasions? Well, it's different now that I'm 10 months out post-op. In the beginning, right after my surgery, I felt a lot of resentment and deprivation when I couldn't eat certain things. Or I couldn't eat big portions. I was so used to eating big portions that I actually grieved that for a while. I would eat just a small amount of food and I would feel like, dang it, I wanted to eat more. And so I went through this, this phase where I wanted to eat more food and couldn't, so it made me mad and it made me sad. But when I actually would tell myself, wait a minute, that's exactly what the band is supposed to do. You're supposed to eat less food. That's the whole point. That's the reason you had the surgery, so get over it. So then once I would accept it, then I would really appreciate that I had the band. So I think I've gone through stages. I don't feel deprived and I don't feel resentful anymore. I just have accepted that I can't eat as much food as other people. And then there are some things that I can eat and there are some things I can't eat. Like with the band, we can still eat sweets. We can still eat cake, ice cream, easy junk food like chips and dips and stuff like that are really still easy to digest. So you can overdo it on that stuff if you're not careful. So you just keep it in perspective. Just get one small plate and put small portions on your plate and don't go back for seconds. If it's a birthday or a special occasion, I still have cake and ice cream. I just don't have seconds and I don't have it every day. And I don't feel deprived, and I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything that way. And if people ask me, well, why aren't you going to have this, or why aren't you going to have that, I'll just explain to them. After the surgery, I really can't do bread anymore. I can't do pasta. I can't do hot dogs or tough meat. I have to really take my time and chew, and I can't eat anywhere near as much as I used to. And when they know that, then they don't try to pressure me into eating anything, or they understand why I did it. If people care about you, that are at these family gatherings or vacation, then they know why you had the surgery. It was to save your life and get healthy. So that means your eating habits are going to be different the rest of your life. So don't let people try to sabotage you, and do it for yourself. If you feel like you can't eat a little piece of cake without wanting more, then just don't do it. I haven't had a lot of trouble with that. I can eat just a small portion and I don't feel tempted to have any more. I feel satisfied with that and I go on with the rest of my day. So really 10 months out, I think that I'm just normal. I'm just like anyone else. I pick the things that are on the potluck or whatever at that particular event. I pick the things that I know I can tolerate in my diet. I only put small portions on my plate. I eat until I'm full and then I quit. It's just as simple as that. I think we can learn to live with our surgery regardless of where we're at or what we're doing. We can make this a part of our lives and we can live with this. It's actually a wonderful blessing to have the surgery. The surgery kind of forces your body to eat less, and then it takes time mentally to accept that we can only eat so much and that we can't eat certain things. And after you accept it, then you appreciate it. And that's where I am. So 10 months out, I appreciate my surgery. I'm glad that I can still eat like a normal person. Actually, I am eating like a normal person now. Before, I was eating abnormally. I was eating way too much food for a normal woman, for a normal person. And I weighed way too much for a normal person because of it. So I'm learning how to eat small portions, and that's what everyone should do, regardless of how much you weigh or whether you're fat or thin or healthy or not. I think it's just really good habits to get into. So anyway, guys, I don't really think that vacations or family gatherings have been an issue for me. At least they're not now. So if you're beginning in your surgery and you're feeling deprived, hang in there. You'll learn to accept it, and then after you accept it, you'll appreciate it. So take care and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye.
Mom, was that?